So, well, I so here's the continuation of the previous video. I hate that's gonna take such a long time for the videos to upload, but today during the day it's supposed to be 60 degrees, and then tonight it's supposed to be like 31 degrees or something at night. And I still don't know the deal here about. I know they said I have to be out before the first, but it's like I think that they said that I'm gonna have to owe them back pay or something. I don't know if they're gonna work out a for me to pay little by little or something. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I'm wondering with my tooth situation if I don't know if I have any infection in the top left side of my teeth as well. I don't know because the top part of my teeth hurt, and I've been feeling kind of discouraged because of feeling that I'm wondering if the bentonite clay and the coconut oil, in one way it seems like it's helping, in another way it seems like it's not helping, but um it seems like as if the abscess is slowly but surely reducing in size, but not that much. But I think the biggest power is the activated charcoal mixed with bentonite clay. But Sunday was the last day I had any meat, and that was chicken. And it was too tough for me to eat, and my teeth were sensitive and sore on the left side. And the Havarti cheese that I had, it seems like it's been stuck at the top of my mouth for like I mean stuck in my the top of my teeth for like 2 or 3 days, and I try to brush it off. It's I don't know what's going on with that, but so I've been eating 2 vegetarian or vegan meals every day, but my body's been feeling weaker by not having meat. But I can't chew meat because of my tooth pain on the left side. And so yesterday I felt scared and wondered, did I have too much fat in my diet for the day? Because I had 2 tablespoons of peanut butter throughout the day, and also 3 tablespoons of coconut oil throughout the day. So I guess that kind of helped me feel a little satiated, but I mean, it made me feel like as if I'm fasting, but I've been feeling weak, and it was the Friday before last. I had a piece of cheesecake, and then the day that my tooth cracked, it's like, well, it cracked before I even ate the ice cream that day, and it wasn't a lot of ice cream, but that ice cream was the last time I had dessert, and so I haven't had any dessert since then. But I have been craving meat the week of January 18th. I mean, the previous weekend I was craving a lot of meat for some reason. And so here, um, I don't know. But I'm wondering if when I put the activated charcoal on my teeth, the activated charcoal mixed with bentonite clay, it was powerful enough that it got some of the filling off. But in the process of some of the filling coming off, I'm wondering if that caused my tooth to crack. And so, um, I don't remember if it was before or after. I don't remember whether it was Monday or Tuesday that the filling came off of my tooth. And I don't remember if I did laundry that Monday or Tuesday, but that Tuesday I definitely ate. I definitely ate. So I'm wondering, once the filling some pieces of the filling came off, and I still have a lot of big filling on that same tooth, and it's the abscess tooth. But the abscess is very small right now. But if the if the I don't remember if it was the day after or that day that the tooth filling, pieces of it can kind of, I showed y'all, a couple of pieces came off. A couple of pieces of the filling came off. And if that was the cause of my tooth cracking when the filling came off. So, but the abscess is getting like smaller and smaller, but it's not completely gone like I thought it was. But I guess it's healing. But it's just reducing in size. It's not like a lot of pus coming out anymore, but it's just like reducing in size and shrinking a little, like slowly but surely and kind of noticeably. But yeah, yesterday I didn't even, I had reversed meals. I had mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes and peas with some coconut oil in it. And the last of the hummus, and then I had some peanut butter, like 1 spoon of peanut butter, and that held me over for a few hours. And then later on, I had my usual oatmeal, like how I make it usually, and that was the last 2 packs in that box. I had the oatmeal and more coconut, another spoonful of coconut oil, oatmeal, the last of the honey, and 1 spoonful of peanut butter, stuff like that. And I tried everything in my power to not get up at 1 o'clock in the morning and go next door to eat. So I didn't want to start that habit of eating in the middle of the night, because I remember when I was living in Los Angeles was the last period of time when, I would eat something at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I would go out to 7-Eleven or Subway because they were open 24 hours, and get me something to eat. But it was a female who made me afraid that she was going to rob me or something like that at that time of morning, trying to question me about whether or not I got my Social Security check or whatever. And I was afraid that she was going to rob me, a female. So she didn't have any weapons or anything, but she tried to frighten and intimidate me. And that was like in 2012 or 13, somewhere around there. Maybe 2014, but ever since then I quit going out to buy some food to eat in the middle of the night. So that was when I was living in Los Angeles. But many reasons, I mean, they got some reasons for why I just, try to refrain from eating so late at night anymore. Excuse me. And acid reflux is one of the reasons. So last night, I stumbled upon this website. I'm not gonna say the name of it because I don't want the perps to come and harass me on there. But it's a free website where you can get paid to write short stories. But the thing is, they want you to have a mandatory prologue, and it's like, a prologue. What is that? But a prologue for every short story or whatever. And so I kind of feel like that's a hurdle for me. But some people think that because I have ebooks published, self-published and stuff, or written any short stories, then they think that automatically is supposed to mean that I have to be considered a know-it-all about all things writing, or they think that because I can write short stories, then they think that I can write anything, which is not really the case. But if you ask the perps, I'm a poor and horrible writer. And narcissistic abusers will say that my writing is, or my speech, me talking, that everything I say is just like illogical, irrational, incoherent, and doesn't make sense. And they use that to justify throwing me away and feeling like they don't give me the time of the day. So, it's like, I know. I mean, I just wanted the freedom and the liberty to just write what I want and how I want. But even then, I try to not. I may mention certain sinful things, but I don't use it to promote or glorify sinful things. Like a short story that I wrote recently about a female who, lived that rough lifestyle, the gangbanger lifestyle. I do not glorify that, but I mentioned about how she lived that lifestyle and then, changed her life around to turn to Jesus Christ and, better her life, stuff like that. How if you start from, bad, like being a gangbanger or whatever, and then turn around and change your life around and better yourself. But I do not promote or glorify, I try to not do that. I don't want people to have that impression that, oh, look at her. She's she says that she's a Christian, but here she's glorifying drug use. No. But that's how the perps would smear campaign and twist it and to prevent people. Look, Candy's a bad person. Look at her. That they want to spend all this time working extra hard to brainwash and convince people that I'm such a bad and horrible person. So, which is not the case. But I don't even know much about drugs. So I might just briefly mention drug use, and I might just mention that a character in my short story, was on drugs. But, I don't go into details. The story is a very short story. But, last night I wrote a very quick short story about somebody getting baptized, and it was very, very short. And I was really tired and thought I was going to get to sleep well, and my brain shut off, and, being tired and sleepy, but still feeling anxiety and depression about certain things. But I don't know if I should do a separate video, if I should do it here or do a separate video. I think I should do a separate and independent video to talk about my baptism experience. So I think that should be like a separate video for me to talk about my experience of getting baptized. It might take longer than 10 minutes for me to talk about, the experience of when I got baptized as a Christian. So, I mean, I'm not perfect. I never said I was. I never professed to be. And I know it's like when you try to better yourself, people can, like, say, I've had situations where me being overweight and start to lose a lot of weight, and then a narcissistic abuser will wait until after I lost my weight to condemn me about being fat, and then make me feel depressed and go back to those eating habits. Or like if I'm praying and reading the Bible heavily and me trying to get to God closer, and then be attacked by another know-it-all, self-righteous, fake Christian, then that makes me, feel discouraged, and I end up backsliding after you said what you said. I hate going next door to eat during the breakfast hours, because that's when it's all the perps, and it's like all the employees that are perps, and then it's crowded. But it's like I want Waffle House so bad, but I don't think. I mean, I'm wondering if that's on a level of McDonald's. Is that just as bad for you on a level of McDonald's? So I question that. But I've been trying to, brush my teeth with salt water, the pink Himalayan salt and baking soda. I've been trying to, you know, brush my teeth with that. But it seems like as if the pink Himalayan salt, if I don't want to be having too much of it, but if I have a couple of pinches throughout the day, like one for one meal and another for another meal, if I have some pink Himalayan salt for dinner, I mean, if I have some pink Himalayan salt along with my breakfast and along with my lunch or along with my dinner, or if I brush my teeth with it, it helps me sleep much better and more effectively than and it helps my body to relax more than my magnesium supplement that I have. And that magnesium supplement used to work for the first couple of months, and then it quit being effective. And I tried the soaking raw almonds for at least 12 hours. And that used to help me sleep with no problem. But now it did like Benadryl. And Benadryl used to work at first, but I heard that Benadryl is toxic and dangerous and destructive to the body, the human body. So I haven't taken Benadryl in a long time, and before that it's been a long time. But last time or two I tried to take Benadryl, it did not help. It did not help me sleep. But the first couple of months, Benadryl used to help me sleep very good. So I wanted to. I'll keep on forgetting to say that my new blog. It seems like as if it's shadow banned. It's a new blog, somewhat new, and it seems like as if it's shadow banned. So but I sometimes wonder what comments would people have if I had my comments open, or sometimes I wonder who is that who read this blog post, or and I get scared, hoping it ain't the perps and stuff. But the perps can't have an opening to say anything to hurt me, and to hurt. I mean, they can't have anything to say to hurt me, to plant that seed, to act like they trying very hard to get me to give up on life and commit suicide. So I blocked their entrance so that they can't get to me, so that they can't get an opening to tell me anything on my blog. And then the threats and harassment, nothing is done about it. Nothing is done. The police don't do anything. Or they'll be like, well, why didn't you say anything in the first place? And they'll use that to justify, oh, well, we can't do anything now because you didn't say anything in the first place and you let it get this bad. Well, even if I did come in the first place, you still would, wouldn't do anything anyway because you're part of it. So they try to use any justification, or they'll say, well, if I would have showed the harassment and the threats online, they'd be like, it's just words. People can say whatever they want. Well, why can't I say whatever I want? So I get punished for saying whatever I want. So, I would have loved to have my blogs open so that it can be open interaction and communication, and to see other people's ideas or anybody who may have wanted to be supportive of me. But because of the perps, and I can't block out single people one by one on that blog, I just had to have the comments all disabled to protect my mental health. And for somebody to go through mental health issues, a person ain't gonna be just mental. You gotta see what abuse that person is going through. What abuse is that person going through, and you say that they're mental rather than the ones that's doing the bullying and abusing. So if people say you should focus only on positive, but the perps ain't gonna let you think positive, and they don't let you rest. They don't let you rest. They don't give you a chance to pursue any happiness in life. But it seems like people only take interest in the writing community. They only take interest in sci-fi, fantasy, thriller, and horror, which is satanic. But they don't want to hear any stories about people, having a rough, coming from, a heathenistic lifestyle or heathen lifestyle, and then turning their life to Jesus Christ. People, they really don't want to hear. Even professed Christians, it's like they'll avoid me like the plague. But I'll just continue to keep writing for pleasure, and expression, because I want to. But I was hoping that I can make a living off of that. So I was hoping I can make a living off of my writing. But it's like I'm largely ignored, just trying to find the best way I know how to survive. And and I'm just gonna try to keep expressing myself and not bottle my feelings in or anything like that. So my time is running out on this phone. So thanks for listening to me. I need all the help I can get. My information is in the description box. I love y'all. Bye.